so coffee tastes mighty good. That's not the reason why I've gotta get back up to that sugar shack.
Well, hey everybody, it's Jim Tedesco, you know, Millennium County Railroad version 2.0. Today we have a mail call, one I've been waiting on for a little while now, so without any further ado, let's go ahead and see what's in this box. Of course, we have the Barbie pillows. That's what I've always called these things, Barbie pillows. Alrighty, more Barbie pillows. And yet more Barbie pillows. Alrighty, well, this is all the stuff that I've been waiting for from Yankee Dabbler. Now we did have one back-ordered item. That was the 25 pieces of track of the 3-foot flex track, the code 100, which of course is fine. I can wait on that, but this other stuff I was really kind of anxious to get so I can get started. So, let's see, can we see everything? Yes, we can. Alright, first off, we have the invoice, which should show everything in here except for the flex track. Alright, well, that'll be here soon enough, hopefully. Well, we did get the rest of the stuff. First thing I got was 33 foot or 33 inch ribbed black freight metal wheels. I got, I think there's 12 sets of them. Kind of handy to have, since I've got a lot of these train cars that I've got to fix. Also have the Magnomatic number 158 Katy couplers. I think I've got, what did I get? There's 2 pairs in each one. I got 2, 4, 6, 8. 8 pairs of those. Once again, for a lot of the cars I've been getting. And what do we have here? Well, I think this is the Highways and Byways. Yes, it is. I ordered more of these. I don't know if I'm going to need them or not, but I figured I better get them just in case. So I bought the, mostly the highway stuff. I'm probably going to have to get more of the lines, the stripes. I'm getting low on the stripes. Well, I don't know, because I've got a lot of road work to do yet, so I'll probably have to buy more of those. But the main thing I needed, of course, was the turnouts. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 5 of the right-hand turnouts. And these are the SL95s. And these are Insel Frogs. I like the Insel Frogs. I've never used the Electra Frogs, but these just seem like a simpler thing to mess with. And then I've got 1, 2, 3. I've got 4 of the left hand. Same thing, they're SL96s. And so now I can start doing my ladder. I was going to use the ladder system. Hold on just a second. As I was saying a minute ago, I was going to use the ladder system that Sparky recommended. And it would have been really kind of pricey, and I said, you know, I really just don't want to spend that much. I saved a little bit of money by staying with the Pico. It's not a big deal. I've got plenty of room up there, so my ladder system is still going to be large. It would have been a tiny bit larger if I went with the ladder system instead. But I couldn't justify the price. I mean, because I needed so many pieces, and I would have been looking at, you know, probably $300 for all the turnouts, and so that was just too much for me. Because on average, it's a nice system, don't get me wrong. But on average, it was $33 for each turnout. That's a lot of money. Compared to $22 for these. So I decided to stick with the Pico and just be done with it. So I'll have to, you know, that's for somebody else at another time. But now I can start doing my ladders up on the second level. Now I'm still going to be short track, which is why I ordered an additional 25 pieces of 3-foot flex track. Unfortunately, Yankee Dabbler is on back order. But, I talked to him last Monday. Yeah, this past Monday. Bob down there, a great guy. And so I'm just going to ship what you got. We'll worry about the track later. When it comes in, ship it out separately. He agreed, and today I got it, everything but the track. Because even he said he didn't know when they were going to get the track in. Could be tomorrow. Could be next week. Could be next month. Who knows? So I don't want to get held up with this other stuff to get it done. Because unfortunately, like on the right hand turnouts, they have to go on the straight over here where this train already is. I don't know if you can see that or not. Yeah, see where the train is over there? See, now all the turnouts are going to be going on that, so of course that leads into the turntable, which leads into the locomotive repair house, engine house. So it was really important for me to at least get those turnouts in. So we're good to go on that, not a big deal. I did get a few things yesterday that I didn't really feel was worthy of a mail call, but since I'm already doing this, I might as well show you what I got. If I can find them. Here they are. I saw these and I thought they were pretty cool. Yeah, on my first lake there on the front one, I got a camper parked down there and a truck. And I thought, wouldn't that make a great camping scene? So I found this, and this is an LED campfire. And I thought, that's really cool. So I'm going to set that up. And the same company, which I'll put the company in the link below. They also make a similar thing for the police cars, and they have different versions. Well, they have a flashing, alternating red and blue nano LED that would work perfect in my state trooper car, which is what I was going to do anyway. So that just saves me the hassle of having to make something up myself. And it was $17.95 plus $4 shipping, which isn't bad. So I'm probably going to order that in the near future anyway, not just yet. I also got these people. I think there's 30 of them here. I paid $13 for it. Because most of the people I already have are kind of very similar. So I wanted something different to add in. And that's why I got these. And I think this is a combination of sitting and standing. So I could put some different figures on my layout. So we got that. I've also been working. I'm going to turn this into an update, right? I've been working on my box cars. And they're all painted now. I got 6 of these painted in the Millennium, whatever you call it. I can't think of the word now, but anyway, this is my color. The brand, that's it, the Millennium brand. So I had some numbers printed. You can't see them obviously because they're just so really tiny. I think you can barely see them. And I've got them on both sides. And also, they're separately applied ladders and brake wheel. Pretty cool. So, I still got to do the bottoms yet, but I wanted to get these painted. And the way I painted them, they look a little weathered. I'm going to weather them some more. But there's an initial weathering on it just because of the way I painted them. So I'm hoping, like I said, I don't know if you can see that or not. But there's like some wash in that. And it just, where it didn't cover real well over the gray. But it's perfect because it looks worn. And that's what I wanted. So basically I'm going to have Millennium Industries Limited on there. The MIL designation underneath of it. And of course the road number. And they'll have 6 separate road numbers that, you know. I already printed up some, but these decals that I bought, and they're old. They're a couple of years old, no doubt. And the first ones I bought, you didn't have to coat them with anything, which was nice, and that's where the letters were that were on there. Now the ones that I bought a couple of years ago, you have to clear coat them. Well, I didn't have any acrylic sealer for them, so I bought some yesterday. And for all you guys, if you're ever wondering what it is, they had this at Walmart, and it's an acrylic sealer with a matte finish. Yeah, I don't know what it cost. It was like $2 or $3, but you could do a lot of decals with this. Now I printed up. You see, I'm doing a lot of up and down here today. Huh? Where are they? I printed up these yesterday or 2 days ago. Like I said, the problem I have with them is they will smudge. I'm going to have to make some new ones. But basically, this is what I've got. I've got my logo, which will also go on the boxcar. The Millennium Industry Limited. I got the MIL designation that goes underneath of it, right here. And what am I missing here? Well, I don't have the road numbers on this. It must be on a separate piece. But I do have 6 road numbers. And then on the bottom here are all the specs. Right there. You know, it shows the weight capacity, the weight limit, the stuff you usually see on the side of a boxcar. And I printed all this stuff on my new Epson printer, and it came out pretty good. So, but yeah, they have to be sealed. If you don't seal them, they simply do not work. I tried putting them out in the sun for a day. That didn't help. I tried spraying it with a different clear coat, which is this here, which I usually use. This is also matte clear. This is great for spraying the bodies of the train cars or locos after you paint them, but it doesn't really seal the decal. So that was a lesson in futility. And of course, that's oil-based. You know, it's yeah, some of the components of nail polish or something like that, acetone in it. Not good on decals. So anyway, get back in the picture over here. So that's what we're doing with that. I did start dropping the feeders. I've got 4 feeders in. So the 3 main lines are operational. And the 4th line, which actually goes up to the 2nd level, is also operational. I still have to drop feeders. Well, I still got more feeders to drop. This is just initially. But I still got to hook up the feeders for the sugar line and the spurs that come off of it. And I noticed some dead spots over here, so I'm going to have to run feeders for that. And I'm going to need a whole lot of feeders up top once I put the ladders in. Not fun. Not at all. And yeah, I got this new soldering station that I bought a couple years back. I showed you guys it. And it works alright, but I can't seem to get the tips to hold, to stay tinned for for some reason. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong. I've never had that problem before, but I had a lot of issues yesterday with having to re-tin the tip 3, 4, 5 times. It's a real nuisance. So now I'm setting up my programming track because all these new locos I bought, of course, they're going to have to be programmed to the road numbers. Now, I don't know if you guys have ever seen one of these. Well, this is my case. But inside here is a programming track booster. It's a PTF100-100, I believe. It's actually from, it's not Digitrax, it's from another company. I can't remember the name of it right now. But I've had this thing since I started in DCC because, unfortunately, with the Digitrax, it does not have enough power to reprogram a DCC loco with sound. It'll do a regular one without sound, but not the one with sound. So, because all my engines have sound, I need this. And it's a really simple device. You got these 2 orange wires go to your test track, and these 2 blue wires go to the programming terminals on the Digitrax controller unit. I guess that's what you'd call it. And of course, I set mine up where I have a separate 12-volt feed going in. So I just plug it into one of my wall warts and we're powered up and ready to go. So I'll mount this above the Digitrax unit. And like I said, there's several lights in there, status lights that tell you what's going on. You still use your cab controller to do the actual programming, but this boosts the signal somehow. And unfortunately, and I don't know if it's true with the NCE, because I don't have an NCE, but with the Digitrax, gotta have one of these to do programming. So we'll be working on that later. As you've seen from the previous video, the post office is completed. I've got it placed, but I've still got to drill a hole and set up power to it. So we'll get that done in the next few days, hopefully. I'm doing a lot of things all at once here. I'm kind of bumping around a lot, but that's okay. So let me take the camera off the tripod and try not to make everybody sick as I'm moving around. My container's on the bottom. For anybody who's got these, don't make the same mistake I did. Don't put the wheels on. I put the wheels on all and it was such a nuisance. Every time I tried to open or close the door, the thing would roll around. So just leave the wheels off and it's a lot more stable. And it works so much better. And that's what I did that yesterday. I took the wheels off. I got 4 of them. So their wheels are gone now. Alright, now, one of you guys, let me turn, you know what, hold on just a second. I'm going to set this right here. Be right back. Alright, yeah, I wanted to get the lights on over there. It's not, I've got the post office sitting right there. I got to drill a hole underneath of it and run the wiring for the electric so we can get that lit up. And I also started laying the track road crossings. I did the one already. Where'd it go? Right there. And I had to modify them because I thought, well, I don't use 1/87 scale cars. I use 1/64, which is a little larger than it's supposed to be. So what they classify as 2-lane is really only a lane and a half. So I had to modify them. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to wind up buying more because I figured on, I forgot about that, the scale difference. I don't know if I showed you last time, I finished the bridge. And I should have put the handle on this thing. I've got these sides on there now, all the way across. Came out nice. But if you look underneath here, you'll see I printed a couple of backgrounds. And I've still got more to do. This is just, like I said, just a start, so obviously it doesn't look totally great yet. But they're going to blend right in once I get them all finished out. Because like I said, I'm trying to get them set up so that they coordinate with the actual terrain that I'm using. So like this one here, you can see there's a road worn in. And I'm going to do that same road. I'm going to actually put it down here on this so that it'll blend in. The other one is trees, and of course now we have water. Now I haven't poured the water, I haven't poured the water yet. But when I do, I want to have the water going out too. So I've got, like I said, I've got to find the right backgrounds and blow them up or shrink them or do whatever I got to do to blend them in. But that's what I'm going to do down there. The rest of my, like I said, I airbrushed some clouds in, that's fine. I'm not going to mess with that. I think what I am going to use the backgrounds though, I think on the second level. Because there's a lot of gaps between the industries that I don't plan on filling in. So I'd like to get some sort of a background scenery back there, you know, something in there. So I'll print that as well. And I don't know if I talked about, no, I didn't talk about this yet. I found the plans for a water tower. Now we have a water tower here in Sebring. It looks very close to this. I've got to letter this yet. I printed it on my 3D printer. I had to blow it up because the first one was not HO scale, and I'm going to show you that one because I have it here. And if anybody's interested in it, they can have it for... I'll just pay shipping and I'll send it to you. I don't know, shipping's probably going to be like $8, but you know, I'll throw it in the box and I'll go on. It's this one right here. And it needs to be painted because I do everything in black because that's the thing. But I believe this to be N scale. It certainly looks like N scale, and let me find a tape measure here. Hold on just a second. Alright, this is 5.5 inches tall. Now once again, if it's too big or too small, I can adjust the height. If anybody's interested in these things, I'll make them for you. The HO scale I'm going to want probably $15 plus shipping for, because it's an all-day job to print it. And I will ship it unpainted and undecaled. That would be up to you to do it. Just basically you're getting the model. It's all one piece. And if you want the N scale, and like I said, I'll give this one away because I have no use for it and I already made it. Pay for shipping, you can have this one. And I do believe it to be N scale. So, of course it may be a little large for N scale. Like I said, I'm not really sure, because I don't do N scale, but anyway, if anybody's interested, let me know. We can haggle the price or whatever. I think that's about it right now. And so the place is a mess again, sort of. There's stuff everywhere. And I didn't film it, but I've been playing around, you know, testing. Yeah, well, yeah, I did actually. And I have a relatively long train going on here. I seem to be doing okay. I found a couple of spots where my curves are a little tight, so I think I'm going to redo those. Because, I mean, it's kind of weird because one of my spots is right here in this corner. And I thought that curve was pretty wide, but there's something wrong there and I'm derailing. And it's not at the connections. Not at the joints. It's derailing in the middle of the 3-foot section. So I'm going to widen that out. And it's not that big of a deal. If you might as well handle it now and be done with it. And so far that's the only problem area I've had. Everything else seems to be working fairly well. I still really haven't thoroughly tested the U.S. sugar route yet because I didn't put in the bridge yet to connect the two tracks. They're basically they'd be going off into the river. So we'll be working on that though. And of course, once I get this ladder system done, I can get all my train cars out. I'll put them up on in the yard. You know, there's a lot of them. And then later on, I can figure out how I'm gonna, you know, whatever, connect them, whatever. But yeah, that's about it for right now. So I got a little bit done. Like I said, I'm working hard. Well, for me anyway. Go ahead and put this back on the tripod. So, now you know where I'm at. I had one guy say, he said, I must be a workaholic. And I said, no, I'm really not. I gotta admit, I'm slow nowadays because I have to rest so much. Yeah, like yesterday I was soldering the feeders, and I'd solder 2 feeders, take a 10-minute break, go back, solder 2 more, take another 10-minute break. I mean, it was a time when I got them all done in literally 10 minutes, and that would have been the end of it, but can't do that anymore. So, now that you're caught up, I'm going to go ahead and end this video. It's probably longer than it needed to be. Sorry about that. Anyway, as always, keep it on the rails. Thank you for watching. I appreciate every one of you that do take an interest in my craziness over here. And if you would, please like, and if you haven't subscribed, please do. And until next time, we'll see you.